What is up, everybody? Good night, good evening, good evening, good evening. So we got Bomb, Nick. Get a few minutes, let people come in. How's everybody doing tonight? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Nicholas? What's up, Bomb? Thank you, sir. I know it just made you guys' day by modding you guys. I know you guys would not be able to sleep until I made you mod. So there you go. Austin Keller. I know an Austin Keller personally. I don't think that's you, but let's go ahead and hit that thumbs up, please. Send me a rock from outside your home. I got you. Yes, I know an Austin. I don't think it's you. Send one to Timothy. I'll send you one each. How about that? I told my story. If you look at my previous videos, one of my first ones that I did, I told my story. So if you want to look back, it's probably like 3 or 4 months ago. I told my story before I had any guest. I told my story. What's up, Anna? Timothy, interview me. I'm down for that. I'm just waiting on Uncle Ruckus to get here from Poachers, blah, West Texas. Only here comes right in rain. That might be true. I'm not a serial killer, but he told her on what? No, I didn't tell my story. I didn't tell oh, got dark in there. I didn't tell my story on White Guy Wednesday. You speak his accent. I don't have a southern accent. What part of Alabama are you from, Nicholas? Because I used to live near Montgomery. I went to school in Alabama. Give me 1 second. Oh, what's up? See, give me one. So, Nate, there. I thought I already modded you, Nate, but I'll go ahead and do that. I know you can't lose sleep without being a mod on this 300 something channel. It's all right. It's all good. Bama Funkers. If you mod me on your channel, I'll mod you. How about that? If you mod. Here, let me do that. Now, you got to return the favor, buddy. Yes, my night is complete. I think I was already before all that shit, but oh well. Thank you, sir. Just I decided, well, hopefully I meet your standards. I hope I meet your standards. I know they're pretty high standards, Bob, but hopefully I can meet them. Live up to your expectations. I have not. Well, hopefully it's a new day. It's a new day. Step it up, Wish. I will live up. That is my daily goal is to live up to your expectations. Give it more pizzazz. Okay, it is my daily goal to live up to your expectations. My day is not complete unless I live up to your expectations. How about that? When are we getting CC? Whoa! I just interviewed Alex. I don't think I can get any higher than that. By the way, thank you guys for all the feedback from my interview with him. I would love to interview CC Unit, but I don't think he has the time, or I would love to, but I don't think he's got the time or anything to come on here. Never interview Axel ever again. I'm just checking on my guest. I forgot he was on the Central Time. I I forgot he's on in Texas time. Thank you, sir. Mom, we all have a story. Podcasting 101. Make sure that your guest is on the same time zone or you're aware of your guest's time zone. So give me a second. He's going to be on just a minute. Come on. No. I forgot he's an hour behind me. Thank thank you. Seriously though, thank you for reaching out to me and having him come on here, Bob. I appreciate you. Lemonade, sir. All right, he should be on here in just a second. Only 9 people in here. Everybody else has lives or something. No alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. PB Master. I like to interview PB Master. I've got no oppositions for interviewing. True. Where's PB Ryan? His 20 million accounts. Lemonades. No, just lemonades. Milos. I don't know if you've ever had. It's pretty good. Chris, take a shot. I've drank. I just not my thing. Okay, I'd love to have him on. I bet everybody has lives like they ever got other things going on besides YouTube. Ah, there. Just for you, Red Hood. I've already interviewed Red Hood. I've already interviewed him like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Did people? Yeah, you were there for that, Bob. I was gonna say, I thought you were there. I haven't heard, or PB Ohio. I haven't heard it. I hadn't heard from them, and yes, I did say that. He's gonna be here in a second. I made the mistake of not realizing he was an hour behind. So when he told me 11, I was thinking 11 Eastern, and he's on an hour behind. What's up, Jesus? So he's gonna be on in just a second. War stories. I don't have any war stories. I didn't serve in the military. Drunk driving in the school zone. Here we go. Just a second.
Alrighty. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, man. I totally forgot that you were an hour behind. I was thinking that you were on the East Coast.
Yeah, here in Texas.
Yeah, it didn't register until you'd mentioned it, so that was my bad.
It's all good. It's all good. I go into work later on tonight. That's why I changed the schedule, but it'll be all right.
It's all right, man. It's all good. I'm glad that you're here. Glad that you came on. Um, everybody, Predator Approaches West Texas. If you're not familiar with him, go subscribe to him. And go follow him on Instagram, West Predator Approaches West Texas. What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing. What you been up to?
Not much, man. I literally just got home from work about an hour ago and just been chilling. So you in the military or are you?
Oh no, no. I just like this flag, but no, I'm not in the military. I couldn't do the military. That's too what's it called? Repetitious for me. Like I couldn't do the same thing every day. Yeah,
Yeah, I got you. Nate
yeah.
said we need more brothers on White Guy Wednesday, so I guess that's an open invite to join White Guy Wednesday.
Say what?
Nate said in the chat that we need more brothers on White Guy Wednesday, so I guess that's an
Uh,
open invite to.
what even is that? Like I've been like so busy with my college classes and whatnot and exams lately. What even is that?
It's basically Nate and Ray. They have their own podcast on Nate's channel. They just basically BS for an hour, 2 hours. I was on there last week and roasted by him and Alex and whatnot, so it's pretty fun.
Yeah, yeah.
So go ahead.
Say what?
Go ahead. So you are um, obviously you're a predator poacher. What got you into that?
Honestly, that's a crazy. It's a really crazy story. Like my friend Carson, like he actually got me into it. He like me and him were like it was like during lockdown. It was during COVID. We both got COVID, so we decided to like quarantine together. like at his house, and like we ended up like watching Chris Hansen, and like he watched Alex too. Like it was something he would do at night and whatnot. And like we got the bright idea to like start doing it like there in West Texas while we were in high school and whatnot. And like we got a hold of Alex and whatnot, and we told him we wanted to do it, and he said he would get back with us and whatnot because at the time he wasn't taking like any like new branches and whatnot. And I was like, you know what, we'll just wait and whatnot. But
Hmm.
like I guess like skip forward like a couple months later, whenever I'm in college, Alex hits me up seeing if I still want to do it, and I end up doing it. And like it was a long time coming. Like it took a while, like getting into it. Like it was crazy. But recently, like not too long ago during the summer, my friend Carson, the one that helped me start the West Texas Predator Poacher, he passed away. So I've been ever since that I've been kind of like slowed down. I haven't really done too many catches. I've been trying to
Hmm.
get back on my feet and starting to realize things and just starting to. But I plan to come back full speed whenever I do.
Oh man, sorry about your friend. What happened, if you mind me asking?
Um, if I'm being honest, yeah, we really don't know. It's just
If it's too
he,
personal, you don't have to say it. I didn't know.
yeah, it's really yeah, it's a very odd situation, but
Okay.
God does things for a reason. It's been a lot of
Mhm.
just self like reflecting right lately,
So I can imagine that's had to
yeah,
take a toll on it.
but not.
So now, now that you come out from that, has he inspired you any and just to keep going forward?
Yes, and maybe what he has like he's the only one that really like he's the only one that really like get kind of with first barely viewers or anyone, like 10 or so views and whatnot. He was there, always like encouraging me. But when it started to grow, like he was still there, and everybody started to bandwagon. I guess like all family from back home and whatnot. But he was there from the day one, and like he was always telling me like he's the reason why I started. I would have never even knew about predator poaching at all if it wasn't for him. And he's actually the one that got me in contact. Like he texted out everything he's done for him. It was pretty much a co-partnership with West Texas Predator Poaching.
That's good, man. It's good to have that friendship to somebody to get you interested in the community and get that, let that be your passion. So now that you're doing this, like you discovered your why, pretty much. You discovered your passion for life, or do you have other things going on?
I have I think it'll be life. I don't think I'll ever completely stop predator poaching. Like not too long ago, I had a collab with Alex. We went out to McAllen, um, and whatnot. But I've always maybe not as hardcore as I have in the past, or maybe I will. I don't know. It just depends on the opportunities I'm given and whatever comes my way. Cause I'm still college, so I'm pretty busy with that. I have all the other stuff like school and work. I work too, so I've been juggling everything, but I still make time to do catches every once in a while. Yeah,
So I
and
mean, see that.
a big situation that recently happened is like I used to have a bigger channel. I had a say what?
No, you're breaking up on your end. I don't know if it's the
I
signal
can't
or
hear you.
whatnot. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can't tell you because
You just
you
it's
know.
cutting out. And I can hear you.
But what I was saying was that not too long ago. Okay, my channels got deleted. My one on YouTube and my channel on Instagram. I had like 1,000 followers on Instagram and had a close. I was almost gonna hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I was getting pretty good views too. Like I was getting like up to the 5,000 to 6,000 views and whatnot. And I guess that was kind of a discourager for me not too long ago. Like seeing all that deleted whenever I've been putting in so much work and so much time into predator poaching when like it seemingly was deleted in one night. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got. I got you.
So,
Yeah, I got you, man. So you were saying how frustrating it was
You
once you
got me?
got almost to 1,000
Yeah.
subscribers, that you pretty much lost your channel and your Instagram account.
Yeah. Yeah. I've pretty much ever since I restarted. I really haven't done anything with it. Like ever since I had to restart, I've just been at a standstill. I think I uploaded like 2 of my old videos, but other than that, I kind of. But yeah. But throughout this
I
whole
still,
ordeal, I'd like to say Alex, he helped me out a whole. Really, he's a really cool guy. Like, yeah, despite what everybody says on social media about him, he's a really cool guy, and I think he's really doing it for the right reasons. He's a big inspiration.
yeah, it's good that he's inspired you to do what you do because, like you said, there's a lot of misconceptions about him on the internet, especially regarding when it comes to race and stuff like that. And obviously, if you're in his corner, then that's not the
Yeah,
case. I saw one of your catches, the one that you do have on your YouTube channel. And by the way, you guys can go ahead. I
yeah,
put the link in subscriptions. Y'all can go ahead and subscribe to him, please.
yeah.
Was that the catch you did a couple months ago? You there, man?
I,
Try to go out and back in. Maybe you can get better signal. Sorry about that, guys.
I can't hear you. You keep on breaking up. I don't know if it's my end. Let me do something that will work.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
That's good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, man. I'm
I
gonna
really
go
don't
ahead
hear
and
anything. I don't know if you can you
hold
hear me.
on. Bear with me 1 second. I'm trying to text him and tell him to come back in.
Okay. Alrighty.
You can hear
Can
me
you hear me
now?
now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, man.
Alrighty, but no.
Sorry about
What
the
were you
thing.
talking about?
I was just saying, I was plugging your channel and I was talking about the catch that you did. Was it a couple months ago where you went into the dude's house and there was a couple other people that were there with him?
Oh yeah, that that one catch. Yeah, that was a crazy catch. That's probably one of my favorite catches. This is the first time I actually used myself as a decoy. I used like old picture of me, and then I like made it younger using the face app, and like ended up saying I was 13 and whatnot. I went to this dude invited me to his house. He had some nasty chats, some disgusting chats and whatnot, and he was scared, but he ended up going through with it. He was sitting front and like tells me to come in. Like in the chats, he's always talking about how he wants me to come in and go straight to the bedroom because his brother's there. So I go along with it, and I walk up into his house, and like automatically, I'm because he lost, telling me to go to his room. This is ridiculous. But yeah, a huge stuffed animal
Yeah,
that he
I
ripped
noticed that
open
stuffed animal.
behind. It is a really yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, so the guy that was
Um,
there in
actually,
the with him. Go ahead.
let me try moving. Let me try moving to a better location in my house. Maybe that might be the issue.
Okay.
Is that better?
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna try this off a different phone. I have another phone. I have another phone I can use. I can try that if you'd like me to.
It's up to you, man.
All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna use a different phone.
Okay. Sorry about that. While I'm trying to get all the technical difficulties worked out. I lost my story. That's interesting. I didn't know Edwards and you were personal friends. I didn't know that. So that makes one person that didn't know. Let's give this another shot.
All right. Is that better?
Oh, it's much better, man.
All righty. Sorry about
All
that.
right.
My phone's
No,
trash.
you're good, man.
All right. But
Hopefully
now,
we can. I
but
was
what
gonna
were
say,
you?
hopefully we can get it all worked out. What were you were talking about that catch with the stuffed animal?
Yeah, yeah. That catch was crazy, but yeah, he had a. I don't know what he was doing to that stuffed animal, but like if you go back and watch, like there's a stuffed animal with his backside opened up, and it's funny. Whenever you do these videos, you'll never know what people point out. Like they'll point out that like your mask is upside down, and I don't. In my opinion, the masks don't work. But I use it for my identity sometimes. Like sometimes I don't feel like being seen in my face or whatnot. But within that aspect of things, like people would notice the craziest things, and I didn't even notice the stuffed animal at first. But when I went back and watched the video, I saw it, and I was like, that was nasty. I only
Like
imagine.
what?
Yeah,
And there was no children there either, so there was no reason for that stuffed animal to be there, right?
yeah. Like he had a brother that was 15 or whatnot, but like it was disgusting. Like the whole situation was horrible.
So the dude that was there with them, they were both in on it, or were they?
Um, no, it was just the older brother. The younger brother was just taking up for his brother, saying like he knew or whatnot. They said it was a prank. They're trying to prank me, and they knew that it was a setup. But it was they definitely did not know it was a setup. They sent all types of explicit pictures and whatnot. It was nasty.
They knew it was a setup, but they sent pictures and stuff like that just to make sure that you were real and you're really gonna come, right?
Yeah, but
What
that's
they
like
all say.
yeah. Every time I come, it's something like that. They're like, "Oh, it was just a prank, bro. I have a friend that this happened to them before, and I was just trying to see if y'all would come." Like, yeah, easy way to get yourself in prison.
I think there's like a pedophiles for dummies somewhere at Walmart where they can pretty much recite the same stuff over and over again.
There has to be because there's way too many here in Texas. There's way too many pedophiles. I'm sad to say. I love Texas and I love the state, but way too many.
So what how do I describe this? So what challenges did you first encounter when you first started?
I guess getting my content out there and people to recognize what I'm doing is legit, and that I'm not just like just doing it, just being weird and like setting people up. That's the main thing, and like explain to family and friends what you're doing and like how it works. I think that's the main situation for me because people thought what I was doing was weird initially.
So your family thought it was weird?
Yeah, it eventually grew on them. This they still don't like it for the fact of safety, but they don't care as long as I don't involve them. That's why I don't like using like my real name and whatnot. So that's why I go by like Uncle Ruckus and whatnot. Like
Mhm.
here and there, like it'll slip and whatnot, but for the masses, for the most part, I'm trying to keep it on a low key for their sake. I'm not really scared. Me personally, I'm really not scared, and I'm not like very. But there's other people in my life that probably don't want to be connected to what I do.
So they're pretty much they don't want to associate with it. They don't want nothing to
Yeah,
do with it. They just think
yeah.
you're entrapping people and trying to
Well,
get
no,
people locked up.
well, not my family. My family thinks what I'm doing is dangerous. The only reason they don't like it, but other people like friends and people you meet on the around and whatnot and in town, they think what I'm doing is kind of like maybe like leave it for the police. That's why I get a lot. Leave it for the police, but the police don't do anything. They really
Mhm.
don't. They really don't. They say they do their own stings and whatnot, but it really doesn't sound like we're doing anything because all it takes is me logging onto an app for 15 to 30 minutes and I already got a pedophile.
So what would you say is a common misconception about being a predator catcher? What was
Um, I guess that we trap them and we're initiating, just like Alex. I don't initiate first contact and I don't initiate sex or anything. Like my chats are really clean. Like I showed them to Homeland Security, and them themselves they said that my chats are really clean and what I do is like legit because I don't talk about sex. Even when they talk about those types of things, I just ignore it and act innocent within the chats and whatnot. Don't show any bodily parts or anything like that. Keep it act very young in my catches. So whenever I do catch somebody, it's pretty sad because like the decoy does not say anything explicit or send anything explicit. So they have to be a real pedophile for that type of stuff. And that's the thing. I do catch fewer.
Mhm.
There's like well, the way I do it makes it fewer catches. Yeah, but like at the same time, I'd rather it be done the right way than any other way.
So did you pretty much you and your friend pretty much learn by trial and error, or did you have somebody show you the ropes pretty much? This is what
Well,
to do, this is the pitfalls to avoid, or
trial and error somewhat. Alex was there along the way. Like anytime I'd have a question or something would come up, Alex would pick up the phone and tell me what to do or like give me advice on however to do it. So it was very good having that. It wasn't like me just going in the dark. I had somebody here in Texas that was doing it too, so it wasn't that bad. It was you have to like it's one thing like saying I'm gonna go predator poaching. You like in your mind you'll be like okay I'm gonna go do this, but most people don't have it in their heart to be able to do that. People don't have it in their guts to be able to do it. Like it takes a special person to go out there and film somebody in public, telling them that they're a pedophile for everybody to see. Because it's a weird situation in general. Even if you're not the pedophile, like the fact that you're even
Mhm.
talking about it, speaking about it in public is very odd to most people.
So you mentioned something that kind of stuck out to me. It takes a special person. So what would you
Yeah,
say that would describe you versus anybody else? What makes you um it sounds like a job interview, but what makes you qualified for the position?
I think like just I guess not really caring what people really think of you or like what people are gonna do to you. You can't think about that in the moment. In the moment, you gotta deal with what you're dealing with. Because like whenever you're interviewing somebody, like this type of interviewing speech is different from what I do with a predator. Because like for one, I'm not like grilling you. Like it's weird. Like you have to be able to like record, talk about the chat. You have to remember all the chats, and you have to remember you've been talking to like 5 to 10 people the same night, and it's very.
Mhm.
It can be very hard. You forget stuff. You have to. It's like it's crazy. But you have to be able to multitask. And you have to be able to put up with like issues and even people's attitude. Like most of the predators I get, they have some type of attitude or some type of situation, even though they're the ones getting caught for meeting a girl or boy off the internet. I even got a gun pulled on me. Somebody tried to pull a gun on me at one point.
What?
Yeah, I have yeah. It was on my old channel, but I posted a video about how this dude like I met up and he was I guess he's a down low. He didn't let people know he was gay, and I met him at a gas station, and he came in, and I was sitting there in the back, and he was texting saying that he was here, and he was at the cash register, and I guess he ran into some people he knew, and he was talking to him, and I was like, you know what, this is a perfect opportunity to catch him. But as soon as I did, he went off the deep end. He was like, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna do all this. And like it ended up to the point where I had like the lady that was knew him had to like grab him, and I had to run, and he went to his vehicle to get his gun and whatnot, and I had to drive off, and like it was crazy. And that like later on that night, I had to talk to the police about it, and they're like, they got the report. He threatened to kill everybody in the store.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
ridiculous.
like you said, it's not made out for everybody because in that situation, you don't know how they're gonna react. If they're putting a gun on you, like
Hmm.
people will be like, "No, not me."
Yeah.
Um, in that situation, did you have like reservations of doing it again, or were you like, you know what,
In
you learn as you go?
in the moment, it was like I don't know. It was like it was scary, but after a while, it took me looking and be like, man, I could have lost my life right there. I really could have
Hmm.
lost my life. And there's other people. That's like me and myself. That's the thing. You can be so caught up in you and yourself, but there's other people that would be affected by what you do, like your family, friends. Like if you died, it hurt a lot of people. So that's why I'm like, you know what? For their sake, I'm gonna be safer. Because this dude, I didn't look into him. If I'd have known more about him, I probably wouldn't have went to go meet him up the way I did or approach him the way I did, because the way he acted, like he was very, very aggressive, and like he was I guess you'd say hood and gangster. He was very like not the type of
Hmm.
predator you'd want to meet by yourself.
So that's another interesting point that you just mentioned about doing the background check and stuff like that. Before you were just going by what you've read on the whatever the app was.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're kind of doing like you're doing a background check like you would for a job, just seeing what they have any prior convictions, any past history of going off the rails. Is that what you're
Mm-hmm.
doing now, pretty much?
Yeah, pretty much what I can. Some people you can't, but like for the most part, they give you a number, and you can get the decoy to get their Instagram. Like my latest catch was a college kid, a frat boy. I recently deleted his video because he went to go get help in rehab, and his mom and dad they came to they even came to the scene whenever it happened. I made him call his parents, and they came and got him.
As a college kid, so
Yeah, he
what's
was like
what's your opinion of what's your opinion on college kids? Do you think
I,
they deserve a second chance, or do you think they're been this way, they're going to keep repeating the process?
I think they have more leniency than not, but at the same time they use the fact that they're young that they can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm young, I can do it, but it starts from somewhere. It starts from somewhere. You have to have some type of discipline. Maybe not like go to jail forever, but like you know what I'm saying? Like this would be some type of slap on the wrist to make them never do it again. But
Hmm.
at the same exact time, people they'll do it again. I've had multiple predators come back again, hitting up a similar decoy. So at the same time, I don't have any remorse for predators. I used to, but like there's some people you just can't give you like everybody's gonna cry and say they didn't mean it. They'll never do it again.
They're all going to say it's their first time. They're never going to do it like again, like you said. And even if they're young, they should know. Like once you hit 18, anything below that, you're not. It's common sense.
Yeah, it's common sense, and it's ridiculous, and like it's just fun. It's just hilarious how some of the predators will get mad at me for confronting them, and they'll get attitude with me. I'm like, it's easy for me. I could just end this whole situation and call the police right now.
Hmm.
And I turn in all my stuff to Homeland Security and police whenever I can, but in the moment, I don't call the police in the moment because I want them to be able to talk to me without them fearing. Because if they know that you can call the police, they're just gonna dip. And that's why I admire
Mhm.
about Alex. One day I'll be able to get to the point where he is like he'll do all types of like games with them. He'll even dress up and whatnot. Like I don't have the crew for that. Like for it's honestly just me doing this by myself for the most part.
So I know you mentioned that you give all your information to Homeland Security. How different do you find that than just going to the regular police department and turning in your information?
Say that again.
I noticed you mentioned a couple times that you turn in all the stuff from your to Homeland Security. How
Okay.
different do you think that is than going to the regular police department and turning in your
Um,
information?
it really isn't that big of a difference, honestly. It, it it's the same. All law enforcement is the same. They tell me the same thing. The police tell me the same thing. They actually have one of my phones for investigation. They're trying to we're trying to see if we can make a case against some of the predators I've caught. They've had my stuff for a while, but at some point you kind of lose space because they've had my phone and all my information for about 3 months, and they still haven't gotten anywhere really. Every time I call, they're saying that they're making progress, but it doesn't seem like anything's going anywhere. So, in my opinion, police are only going to do anything if there's child porn on the scene. If you have child porn, if you
Mhm.
consent child porn, that's the automatic jail time. But other than that, it's going to be very hard conviction, which you can get done. You really can get done, depending on the district and where you are. But here in Corpus, it's a hard gamble for that type of situation.
It's pretty much a military town, isn't it?
Say that again.
It's a pretty much a military town. You're in
I
Corpus
can't hear
Christi,
you.
right?
You're kind of muffled.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're really muffled.
Here. You good?
No, you're very muffled. It's
Go
weird.
out and
Like,
go back in. I'm gonna kick you out and you can come back in and see if the audio is better.
say what? Can't hear me now.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Jaime, for coming in. I appreciate you for stopping in. That is Predator Poachers West Texas. I put in the link to his channel on the description. You guys want to go ahead and subscribe to that. We're having a little technical difficulties, so bear with me as we try to get that worked out. Thank you. I appreciate that, Jaime. I caught your interview with JDQ last week. That was pretty amazing. I appreciate the love. So he's got to go to work. So I guess we can do the part two at another time. What's up, Nicholas? Sorry about that. I guess he's got to go to work, so I can hang out for a minute. We're gonna do a part two sometime next week, so we can have him back on. Go ahead and plug it. Thank you, Bob, for plugging his stuff. I should catch spreads. Eh, maybe, maybe not. Who's the next guest? I am reaching out to people as we speak are going to be. There will be a part two. We'll try to get it worked out where he doesn't have to work or whatnot on his day off. Please drop a like. Bring on Edward. There will be a part two. That was my bad. Sorry about the issues for tonight. Jesus, I have no story. Everybody's got a story. Who wants to come on? Just chill. Nick Thornman went up. Jesus part two. Uh, it's up to him. I know you don't want to see me talking by myself here, so yes, as do you, honey. I appreciate you for coming in. Bring Jaime on. Yeah, I'd love to have Jaime on. Whenever she's available. What's up, Barry? How you doing tonight, sir? Just missed a little bit of the first part of the interview. He had to go to work, so and we had some technical difficulties, so we'll have him on sometime next week. No, no problem. If you got my Instagram, hold on. I can go ahead and put my Instagram on there. You can go ahead and follow me if you haven't already. We could set up something up. There we go. Put the link for my Instagram. No, I'm not gonna have him on. Not gonna have him on. I was born in the U.S. Are you sure about that, brother? Are you sure about the Jesus? Allegedly. I love that. Allegedly. Air quotes. Allegedly. Anyways, I don't want to bore you guys to death. I'll show you my birth certificate. It's going to be like what they asked Donald Trump to show his tax records several years ago. Or was it Obama or Trump that asked Obama to show his birth certificates? I think that's what it was. Bring on Julie. Julie's already been on. Julie was on like early on. She was on like in August or July. Bring on Bomb. Bomb doesn't want to come on. Bomb doesn't want to come on at all. Not at all. So I don't want to bore you guys half to death. It's almost 12 o'clock. There's only 12 people in here. Go ahead and like the stream while you're at it, by the way. So I'm going to go ahead and cut things off. You guys have a wonderful night. I will hopefully have them all next week so we can do a part two, and then I should have somebody else coming on sometime next week as well. Later.